to my journey. I'm almost where I'm going, and I forgot to put my phone and start talking when I left. We're on our Frugal Quest, episode, I think, 4. And I'm on a bumpy road, so sorry. But, my first stop is the bread store. David needs some bread. And I wanted to go to the bread store before I ordered my Walmart. But if you saw my menu plan grocery haul, I got all fouled up this week. I mean, I got all fouled up. So hopefully they'll have his bread in here. If not, I'll have to stop at the store. And I think I need more sour cream than I have, so I fouled that up too. I just had, it was rough this week. But I want to go here, and I want to go to, okie dokie, Senior Citizen Day at Salvation Army. I don't need nothing, but I haven't been on Senior Citizen Day in a while, so I just kind of want to go check it out. Are you open? I think. Oh, what time did they? Let me go around the building and come back around so I can see the time. I asked Alexa, and it said they opened at 9, but the open sign ain't on. So let me see what I can see. Closed on Memorial Day on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, they don't open till 10. Okay, well that's fine. It's 9:30. We will go on to the Salvation Army, which, let's see, I guess we'll go down this way. They have our town so cut off with closing up the railroad tracks that you have to go way on down or way on up to get places a lot of times. It's a little bit on the annoying side, but what you gonna do? So now I got to come down here and go through all this main drag at the mall. Just our little mall here in Concord. But see, I went from just what little bit I was in there, I had went from Kannapolis to Concord. That's what I'm telling you. When we're so side by side and we just kind of blend into one another, and you kind of don't know on some of these roads where Kannapolis stops and Concord starts. And I kind of want to go up to Salisbury. Hadn't been up to Salisbury since Joan was here. And when was that? When was that? Was that March? I normally go on Saturdays, but since we got the garden, there's things to be done on Saturday. So I don't want to make any plans to do anything on Saturday in case we have gardening to do. We want to get the trellis put up for the tomatoes and the cucumbers and whatnot, so that it'll be ready to go when they need it, instead of them needing it and then we're scrambling to get it done because we have to do things on the weekend because of David's work. I mean, he does stuff during the week if it has to be done, but if it don't have to be done, he likes to at least rest a little bit before he goes to bed. And you know, you understand that, don't you? Sometimes you need to relax before you go to bed, because it's two different things. Bed, you're sleeping, you're rejuvenating, but relaxing, you're watching TV or whatever, you know. So anyway, but we are going to the, I call it the Salvation Army. You know I ain't gonna find nothing, but I'll try to take you on in there and show you what it looks like. I don't think I've ever filmed inside there. I don't think, have I? Oh well, anyway. We'll quit talking till we get there. Well, guess what? The Salvation Army don't open till 10 o'clock either. So I'm gonna waste all kind of gas. Oh, I'm going up here to return my library books, because I'm not sitting in the parking lot waiting on the Salvation Army to open for 20 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes. Not doing it. I ain't gonna do it. So, yeah, I'm not going in the library because I don't feel like checking books out. I don't feel like walking back there looking to see if they got anything for sale, which would be the one day they got all kind of stuff, because that's, you know, how it works for me. So, I don't know why I come on here to talk to you. Ain't nothing to tell. Right, here's my little bread store. It's just a little place in there. I'll see if I can video when we get inside. Here is. See these prices?
There we
Okay.
go.
This is barbecue bread that I talk about. I have some in the freezer, so I don't need it. But that's what I tell you about. That's so good. And here is the part that gets you. The snacks.
Be careful, ma'am, going around there. I have stacks on the floor.
Oh.
I don't want you to trip.
Okay. I don't want to trip. You have a hard time getting me up. And then they got things that are just like little, you know, store things. And oh, they got David's bread. Okay, so see, $2.19 as opposed to almost $4. Oh, there's that new Hawaiian bread. And then see, they have Dave's. Dave's Killer two for $4. A lot of people like that. But they got just different things.
Yeah, for David, yeah, this white bit.
Honey wheat. Oh, okay, that's what I'm gonna get. White wheat.
There you go.
So,
Put in your pan.
and then over there, chips and cakes and stuff. We're not looking at that. So, oh my gosh, they got a blue moon pie. Yeah, I'm going over there.
My car's out here because I have to drop it off at the shop.
Oh, I shouldn't go over there, but I'm going over there. It is a blueberry moon pie, and I'm getting it. Okay, I'm hanging up now. Okay, so I was just in the bread store. Yes, I did buy those blueberry moon pies. That's new. That I ain't never seen that. Never seen that. And while I was there, don't judge me, I got some strawberry and some banana. I didn't get no chocolates or vanillas or salted caramel. I don't really care for caramel that much. I mean, I'll eat it, but it's not like, ooh, I gotta have salted caramel something. But I just went to, oh my goodness. Where did I just go? Salvation Army. I should have sat there and waited for them to open, because, oh my gosh, the parking lot was slammed full. I think I saw two. Go, honey, go. I didn't have to blow someone behind me blue. Two parking spaces, and I'm gonna tell you what, that store ain't big enough for that many people. I was not going in there. No. Now the Goodwill, it ain't big enough for as many people that goes there either, but I ain't fighting that. The way they got it set up, you can't hardly get your buggy through one spot and through another, and today is just not the day. I can't decide if I want to go to Salisbury or not. I kind of want to, and I kind of don't want to, because there's nothing I need. But sometimes I just like to get out and about, you know. I just like to get out, get on the road, turn up my music, go plunder around thrift stores. So I think since I'm going this way, I didn't turn to go home. I'm headed towards the interstate, so that's probably what's going to happen. I'll show you when I get there. well, I didn't film it, but I went to, now, let me just say, at Kurt's, I don't know what filmed and what didn't film, because I was trying to hold my little basket, and then I would film something, and I would just like put my camera down while I was looking, and I think every time I kept turning it off. I'm not sure what you just saw. I won't know until I get in there and start editing. But after that, I went to Nazareth, and so I'll show you what I got there, because I did get some things, and we'll talk about them. Then I come home, and I've got to go back out to get some cherry tomatoes for the baby. Jacob loves cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes, whatever you want to call them. And the ones we bought, they're just, the other tomatoes, except for a few, are looking beautiful. But the cherry tomatoes, for some reason, are just not doing good. And I'm like, that baby's going to have his cherry tomatoes because he loves them things. And I want him to have that experience of going out to the garden and eating him some maters anytime he wants to. So I am on the way to get some and let them sit out on the back porch till we go down there Saturday. We are going to go down there. David had to stake up about 6 or 7. He said that had done grown up big enough since we was down there Saturday to put a stub in, and he's wanting to do, he called it Florida something, Florida weave, how you trellis up the tomatoes, Florida weave. Is that how it goes? He'll tell you when I video it, because I'll video it. But he said these can't wait till Saturday. They had to be stood up today. So he got down there. He was doing something else. And he had Holly run to the store, because he knew there was one falling over. So he took one stop with him. He had some up here at the house. And so he said he had to send Holly to the store to get about 6 more or something like that. So... And he said, now the peppers was looking beautiful the other day, and he said, some of them ain't looking too good today. I'm like, well, I'm not buying no more. That's too expensive to replace. That's not seeds. Those are plants, and they're too expensive to replace. When I make my chow-chow, I would just buy them from a farmer's market up here that they put up here on Saturdays. That's all I know is I'll just, or go out somewhere where somebody's got a farm stand up or whatever and buy my peppers, because I got to have red peppers and green peppers. So if I can at least just get one batch of chow-chow, I'll be happy, because I don't know who eats it besides me. So anyway, but I am on my way to get the plants, and then I'm going to Harris Teeter, because I was telling David, I said, because I told you there was nothing to stock up on. Then I remembered Holly told me, and I remembered to tell David, I'm like, oh, by the way, those little dinners you like to eat, and he was eating one today because he got home late. He needed something to eat before he went to bed, and he likes to have those lean cuisines in the freezer for just times like that. And that is a, people won't call it frugal, because you could make yourself something cheaper, but he can't go in there and just start whooping up something when it's bedtime, when he's been out working on something in the garage, at the garden, whatever, and he needs something to eat, because he can't go to bed on an empty stomach. When he's working on Saturdays, like if he's at the house and he's like was working on the tractor or something and he got hungry, you don't want a sandwich every single time. So these are a I don't want to call them a luxury item. There's something that helps him, and he likes having them on hand. So anyway, go ahead and go. Harris Teeter's has them 2 for $5. That's $2.50 a piece. That's the cheapest you're gonna find them. I don't recall seeing them any cheaper than that. And so I'm going to make a stop at Harris Teeter. That's part of my frugal quest today too, is to get his dinners on sale. So I don't know if I'll since I come back out. I was going to go home and stay home, and then I remembered I had to get Jacob's plant, and so now that I'm back out, am I going anywhere else? There ain't nowhere else I need to go. You know, I didn't go to Habitat when I was in Salisbury, and that's always one of my stops. I wanted to go to the Salvation Army because they had different tag colors, but you know what? I forgot all about it. Forgot all about it. I could go and see if this Salvation Army down here is still busy. They won't be nothing to pick from because they'll have done swarm of locusts, but they do restock. They have guys in there that restock during the day. They have the resellers stand there and just hawk the big cart thing they push out that's full of the stuff that they're restocking. They just stand there. They've been told, because they would reach in there and get it and everything, and they've been told numerous times, because I've talked to the people up front, the manager and the other lady, numerous times not to pull stuff out. Wait till it goes on the shelf. So they stand there and they look in there and they look in there, and if there's something they like, buddy bro, they will follow them to the shelf and snatch it up. Yes, them resellers are, they cutthroat, because they gonna make their money. And people like me, we just in there trying to get us a bargain. So I don't know if I should try to go there first so my plant don't get hot in the car. She's going to the, I'm stopped because she's turning to go to the Dollar Tree. And if you will notice, I am going straight. Oh gosh. The Dollar Tree is not on my frugal quest today. That is not on my radar. Boy, I would love it to be. I would love to just go in there like the old days. The old days of not giving a flip. Oh my gosh, but you know what else? I'd like to have my money back. But water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. We go through spells in our life. We go through different seasons of our life, and we're different. Like, you very rarely stay the same from birth to death if you live a long enough life. You know what I mean? You go through seasons, and so this is my season of saving money and getting David's wrist fixed. Well, he told me last night, when I get him up, I'll lay in there in the bed with him a little bit, and I was telling him, I said, all this weight I've gained, because I had my physical yesterday. I said, all this weight I've gained since my first knee surgery. I said, I gotta stop. I said, I'm having trouble with my eating. He said, yeah. He said, you gotta make sure you can get your back fixed. I'm like, honey, we're not talking about my back. We're talking about your wrist. So he still thinks for me to get my back before he gets his wrist. And I told him, I said, you better listen here, buddy. I said, I'm running this show. He just kind of giggled and said, okay. So, but anyway, I had her put me back on Ozempic. Yes, I did. I told her, I said, and they say when you come off of it, you gain your weight back. I don't know if some of it was that, which probably was because that helped. I don't understand how it worked. I don't really care how it works. If it works, it works. But it stopped the racing thoughts about food in my head all the time. I constantly thought about food, and that's when that other doctor, she says, we can't have that. Let's get you on Ozempic. And she put me on there, and it took it a little bit to get in my system. And then when it did, oh my gosh, it started working, because then I quit obsessing about food. So I told her yesterday, I said, look, you got to give me back Ozempic. This is my regular doctor, because I ain't going to the weight clinic no more. I said, because I can't quit thinking about food. Food is everything. And I'm tired of it. And I've gained this weight back. And she said, yes. And my blood pressure was up. Oh my gosh, my blood pressure was sky high. I told her, I said, no, you better take that again. My blood pressure runs low. I mean low. You can look back at all the records. Low, low, low. She took it again. It was the same. I'm like, I ain't buying that. that. That's that machine don't work right or something. Well, my doctor, she said, you think about the weight you put on. She said, it's probably what it's from. I'm like, you're probably right. So I've got to find the balance of frugal to get David to have surgery to where he's comfortable being out of work. He's not worried about the surgery. That's not the thing. He's worried about being out of work. That's what he's worried about. And I've got to get him comfortable being out of work with the thoughts of it. I got to let him know, hey, we can make it, we can eat. But at the same time, I've got to figure out how not to eat so much that I'm gaining weight. Eat frugally, which is carbs, just, you know what it is, but not gain weight. So if this Ozempic can help me not eat as much, then I can still be frugal and I can go back to not eating much. And like she said, it was funny. I told her, I said, it's funny, my surgery hadn't worked like a lot of people's surgery. She said, yeah. She said, it's funny how it works like that. She acknowledged it, that it works wonders for some people, and some people it just does not. She says she don't understand it, but she acknowledged it. So I know it's just not in my head. You know, it helps to have somebody back it up, I guess you would say. Okay, I am at Lowe's, and I sure do hope they have some char tomatoes. 3 for $10. Listen, I guess he'll get 3 of them because I'm not paying $5 for one, but I can get 3 for 10. So, all right, I'll be back. Okay, so apparently I left my phone. I just left it here in the little thing. Apparently I left it recording because I come back when I turn the car on. I looked up and my phone was still recording. So I could give y'all some dead air time if I wanted to. But I got his little, I got 3 of them, and I'm gonna tell you what, them plants is looking rough. I found 3 nice ones, but the ones, they're like under the, you know, they're in the shells, but they're under, they're like leaning this way and trying to go up to the sun. So I was gonna get some of 2 different kinds, but they didn't look good, so I got all the same, all 3 the same, which I think that'll be fine. Husky cherry sweet or something like that. So I think that will be fine. Now I gotta tell you, while I come back on here for to tell you, I got a huge NSV for, I don't know if it's, well, it would have to be for my weight and my knees, because when I was going to the trunk, I dropped the keys, and normally, and I had my hands full of my plants, normally I would have to just bend straight over, leave my knees straight, and with my butt sticking up in the air to pick something up, because I couldn't squat. They didn't work that way. Without even thinking, I just squatted down to get my keys, and when I reached for my keys, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm squatting down, I'm bending my knees to get my keys. I didn't have to bend over with my hind end 3 miles in the air. Oh my gosh, I squatted like a normal person all the way down to the ground. I mean, my butt didn't hit the ground, I didn't squat that far, but I got my knees bent, squatted down enough to pick up my keys. That, my friends, is awesome. So that's what I wanted to come back on here and tell you. I think I'm gonna just go to Harris Teeter and then head home. I still gotta show you my little bit of a haul. Okay, so we will do the haul from Nazareth. That's the only place I got anything other than Harris Teeter, but I'm going to show you that. I did pick up some, I went looking for clearance tags specifically, and they had their Harris Teeter brand, like the Nutri-Grain bars, buy one get one free, and so they're only like $1.10 a box for 8 of them. You can't get that at Dollar Tree, and you can't get a box of 8, so I had one on the way home. They're good, they really are, they're really good. So I got 3 of those. I got his dinners, those maple baked beans that I got last week whenever I was there. Well, we had a can and we liked them. And you know, I like to have stuff like that on hand. Well, they had 5 more cans. It was the big cans for $1.10. I got all 5 of them. Yes, I did. And then they had a pack of, a $14 pack of stew beef marked down to $5 and some change. So that was the only meat thing I found. So I come home and put that in the freezer. But I'm going to show you what I got at Nazareth. They had a book sale, a whole bag of books for $3. And that was some buggies they had outside and what they had inside. They have a book room, and then they have like 2 separate shelves out in the main part of the store. And you know, I don't need these books, but $3 a bag was too tempting. And the money goes to the children's home, so it don't bother me that bad if I spend something at Nazareth. You know, was it frugal to buy these cookbooks? The frugal part is they were cheaper buying by the bag than separately. Would I have bought each one of these separately for their price? No. So it was frugal because I got a value for my money, but it was probably not frugal because I didn't need them in the first place. And I'm admitting that. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I'm going to show you what I got. So let's see, let's start here. I got Miss Vicky's pressure cooker, big book of pressure cooker recipes. Jacob would say big book. So look, that's a big book of pressure cooker stuff. And then this, I don't know if I got this or not. The back says updated for the 90s. Oh, that was $3 on its own. Better Homes and Garden. I don't know if I got that one or not. No, I got an older one. I see it because I got it in the closet. And then 30 years of our best recipes, Southern Living. And I don't know, it says priced. I don't know if maybe that was, well, that was $2. I guess maybe they just got too many books and they were getting rid of them. So there's 3, 4, 5, hold on, 6, 7. So I've already made my money back. And then this, Practical Bacon, 5th edition. I don't know what year. That's $1. So $8. Okay, it's got like pictures and guides and all kind of, if you want to get fancy and know how to do stuff, there you go. I might be consulting that. Okay, then this bag, let's see, this was $2. Favorite recipes of JC Wives, salads, including appetizers. So this is a JC book. This is an old one. It was Doris Jordan's. Let me see. You know, I like to see some years on these things. 1968. So what do you know? Oh, something in it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, it's just an envelope. Something from East Independence Boulevard. Oh, here's a handwritten. You know, that stuff gets me. Savings as simple as FMB. 4 savings plans from F&M. Oh, I wonder if that's the F&M I bank at now. Pea salad. It's a pea salad. Oh, she wrote in there. Okay, cool. And then this little thing, I just thought was cool. And they had no price on it. Diet Center cookbook. Remember the Diet Center back in the day? I remember, I never went. Baked beef heart. Beef heart goulash. Diet Center and heart meatloaf. Delicious beef heart burger. Rabbit. Main dishes. I don't know. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna scope it out, see if there's any little something in it. But I thought that was fun because I mean that's old. Diet Center. Lord, Diet Center was way back in the day. This is copyright 1978. And then this was $1. Southern Living, Busy Mom's Weeknight Favorites. So what we say, 8, 9, 10, 11. Taste of Home, the new potluck. I know I don't have that one. And then these are $1. And you know I love these kind. From Our Kitchen to Yours, South Me Dairy, ABWA, Troutman. South Me Dairy, American Business Women's Association. I don't know what that means. Chartered 1977. That's probably when this book come out. Nope. It's got the 91, 92 officers, so I guess it come out sometime then. And then another one. Friends of Troy Elementary PTO cookbook. These are all $1. So what are we up to? 11 or something like that. Let's see if it's got a year in it. 1994. It's hard to think 94 as being old. That's 30 years old. 30. Happy Times with Home Cooking. Compiled by the Bells and Bows Handbell Choir of Union Lutheran Church. I started licking my finger. I don't want to lick my finger. I don't know, but look. Isn't that cute? It's cute on the thing. I don't know what year it is, but you can tell it's old. We have to say it's old if it's in the 90s. And then Feed a Cold, ECU Physician Assistant Students Cookbook. I guess Physician Assistant Program at ECU. I wonder if that's Eastern Carolina University. Greenville, North Carolina. No. Maybe it is. It's Eastern and Greenville? I don't know. Anyway, so that was all the cookbooks I got. So I got all those for $6. I thought I did good. Like I said, all the money goes to the children's home. Then, I don't never pay big money at the thrift stores. Y'all know I don't. But I saw this. And the reason it caught my eyes because I just had to get rid of one. Because it just wasn't heating properly. And sometimes I like to have two going at the same time. Which, just by coincidence, I think I've got 2 things in a crock pot tomorrow. But check it out. It's heavy too. Now, it's Bella brand. But I looked it up. It's a $50 crock pot. And I got it for $20. You know, 20 for me is a lot at the thrift store, but thrift store prices are going up. So if you say it's valued at 50 and I only paid 20, then I think that was frugal. And I needed it. And it's the kind that you can program. This thing is heavy. The front and the back both snap off so you can wash the lid. Let me show you. You push the little button on the back and that rears up. You push the little button on the front and there is your lid so you can wash it, and then it just snaps right back into place when you just, let me show you. Oh, okay, there it went. When you just open the top, the lid don't come off, it stands up like that. And then if you want to take it off, you mash that button and then pick the whole thing off. But I'm excited. It comes out so you can wash it. I'm excited to see how well it works. I'm going to get it all good and cleaned up today and cooking it tomorrow. So that's all I got. I don't think I did bad. I don't think I did bad at all. So what I'm going to do is go in here and make my overnight pancake batter. So let's go to the kitchen. Okay, for our overnight pancakes, you're going to start with 4 cups of flour. This is just all-purpose flour. To that, we need 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And since we're using instant yeast, if you're using active dry yeast, you will use 1 packet of that. That's what it says, 1 packet, to a 1/4 cup of warm water, and let it sit for 5 minutes. The instant yeast goes directly into the dry ingredients, and for 1 packet of that, it's 2 1/4 teaspoons of the instant yeast. So I think instant yeast is the way to go. Now we're just gonna whisk all this together. Okay, you see we're using the big bowl because wait till you see the dry ingredients. I didn't really imagine in my head how much this was going to make, but I think it's going to make a lot. So let's set this aside. And what we have here is 6 eggs. So I'll go ahead and beat those up. Okay, since we had the instant yeast, I'm just adding the 1/4 cup of water in right there. According to the instant yeast, it needs to be warm if you're double rising. This is just whatever it rises in the refrigerator, so I didn't worry about it being warm. And then a 1/4 cup vegetable oil, but I'm using avocado. Let's see, let's do that just a little bit because we're fixing to have a lot. And I had buttermilk in the refrigerator that needed to be used, and I didn't have the full thing, so I just filled it up the rest of the way with milk, and so it'll still be buttermilk. A quart. So me adding that skim milk to it, it made it almost like a non-fat buttermilk, because they make such a thing. You can't always find it, but it doesn't have to be thick to work. Buttermilk doesn't. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now we're going to add that back into here. Oh, that is heavy. Yeah, this makes a lot. It says to make them in 1/4 cups. So 1/4 cup pancakes. It smells wonderful from that buttermilk. I've got to find a bowl big enough to put this in. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let's change because I think I need to scrape. Okay, let me find something big enough to hold that. Okay, I think it's going to fit in this. I had to take my chips out, the chips that I make out of corn tortillas, and put them in another container. Now, if this rises, I don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't say it does. It just says must be refrigerated 8 hours or overnight, and then you use it throughout the week. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cover it up, and you won't see it on this video, but I'll try to remember. I'll try to remember to show you in a future video what it looked like after the sitting overnight. Okay, so I'm adding this in the video because I was editing and I got to the pancake part. I'm like, oh, well, it's breakfast time. Let me go ahead and make them, and then I'll be able to have it in the same video. So that worked out really good. This is what it looks like. Excuse me. So it didn't really rise. It's just and it smells very yeast breadish. Oh, it smells wonderful. So it's just a nice yeast pancake mix. So I'm going to, well, I sprayed my 1/4 cup because it said to make 1/4 cup size pancakes. And I was going to put some butter in it, but I think I'll just spray it. Hopefully it won't burn. And I'm just going to scoop in. Well, that's a big 1/4 cup. That'll be a good sized pancake. I'm making enough for me and David. Ooh, that's might be too much. This is going to make a lot of pancakes, this batter. If you find that you're not using... Okay, that one's really... That's what they should look like for a 1/4 cup. Because I kind of got carried away on these. If you're finding that you're not using it all, just make them. Make all your pancakes and freeze them. Pancakes freeze wonderfully. You've done it plenty of times before. I like to freeze them flat. So when you're freezing them in a stack, they'll stick together. Freeze them all flat. And if you have to put like layers of wax paper or parchment paper between them, and that way once they're frozen hard, you can put them in a bag and they won't stick together. Okay, they're supposed to... Pancakes normally bubble all the way to the top before you flip them, but these are burning. I can smell it. So let's cross our fingers and see if we can get this to flip over. And this electric frying pan, it gets hot and it's hard sometimes to gauge. So I turned the heat way down. Okay, that's going to flip nicely. So you can see it didn't bubble all the way to the top. Oh, that looks good. So I guess when you smell it and you think it's burning, it's ready, it's ready to flip. Look how nice of a rise. Oh, do y'all do that? Are y'all as bad a pancake flipper as I am? This is not a pancake cooking tutorial. This is a taste testing tutorial. I'll flip those back over to cook that. Now, it didn't say how many days you could keep it in the fridge, but I would guess, I don't know, 4 maybe 3 or 4 days. So there's no way me and David can eat all this in 3 or 4 days. So I will just get out my big thing probably and just have a pancake making session. Okay, let me go ahead and get this next batch started, and then I'll come back and tell you how those taste when they get cool enough for me to eat. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's so soft. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. It's still a little bit hot. Look at that. All right, that's a good pancake. When I get, if you didn't want syrup on it, add a little bit more sugar. That'd be good. I think it might be good with a little more sugar anyway. Of course, syrup is really sweet enough. I know, but that is a good pancake. That would make a good, like they have the McGriddles in McDonald's. I think as you put these down on the top side, drizzle you some syrup all in there before you flip it and make you a nice little McGriddle sandwich, because that's a good pancake right there. I will definitely make that again. Okay, well, back to whatever we was going to do. I almost forgot what I got at Kurt's. I got, okay, those, I'll see, $1, it says $1.25. I hope she charged me $1. Well, anyway, this is the family size, 22.5 ounces, and they had smaller bottles for like $1.75. And Schwab, to me, is a good brand. This might be strawberry and this might be cherry, but they're in the berry family, so works for me. And this, no more hair than me and David have, will last us a very long time. Okay, I guess I'm just going to end it right here. I am sitting here, having my coffee, watching my Criminal Minds. I'm like, I don't think I have anything else to show you today. I'm just gonna go back there and edit, cook supper, and that's all. So I think we did a good job finding some bargains today, and I'm glad you come along with me, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow for Frugal Friday.